Hello there and welcome back to the channel. Once again, my name is Charlie, your local real estate professional here in Los Angeles. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some information about the future of California home buyers. Now, this article just came out this summer, Q3 2022, from the official magazine for the California Association of Realtors. So if you pay your dues, you should be getting this magazine. In it, I'm going to share a really interesting article, so stay tuned. Let me just put my glasses on. There we go. All right, now I'm going to read this. I'm just kidding. I don't need these glasses. These are actually computer glasses that I bought from Amazon, but no, I don't need them. So once again, the magazine is right over here. Looks flimsy, looks clumsy, but actually contains really good information. And the name of the article is Latino Homebuyers, a Rising Force in California. Check that out. Bam. All right, so once again, the name of the article is Latino Homebuyers, a Rising Force in California. Now, I'm going to read this to you directly from the magazine. And this article is written by Jordan Levine, CAR, California Association of Realtors, VP and Chief Economist. Last year, a report from the National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals showed that over the last few years, Hispanic and Latino homebuyers were the fastest growing demographic in real estate across the nation. What does that mean now for California? As one of the fastest growing segments of the California population, Latino homebuyers represent a rising force in the housing market, and their influence is likely to grow over time. For many, homeownership is synonymous with the American dream, with more than 70% of Latino respondents to CAR's 2021 consumer survey indicating that home ownership is very or extremely important to them. Thus, it should not be a surprise that in recent years, Latino home buying has been on the rise in California. According to CAR's long-standing annual housing market survey of more than 2,000 realtors in California each year, Latino home buyers have steadily increased as a percentage of the overall market. By 2020, Latino homebuyers represented 16% of members' clients, which is up significantly from just 11% in 2010. That momentum continued last year with the share of Latino homebuyers rising to 18% of the market in 2021. Wow, that's pretty incredible. So from 2010 to 2020, it rose from 11% to 16%. So that's 6% in 10 years. In 2021, it went from 16 to 18%, which is 2% growth in just 1 year. That's pretty incredible. Indeed, looking just at Latino homebuyers last year, more than half, 53.2%, were making the leap into homeownership for the first time. That is second only to Black Californians, where 60% of home buyers were purchasing for the first time, and well ahead of their white 27.1% and Asian 37.5% counterparts. Thus, the insatiable demand for ownership, housing that has characterized all of California and the nation as a whole, in recent years is even more present among our Latino residents. Let's read on. Another encouraging sign is that many of these Latino first-time homebuyers are not only getting their foot on the property ladder for the first time, but they are the first in their families to achieve this major milestone. Roughly 44% of first-time homebuyers in 2021 were also first-generation homebuyers as well. Of those, 1 out of every 3 first-generation buyers in 2021 were Latino, the single largest group. Asian Asian purchasers represented 26% of first-generation buyers, white buyers represented 24%, and black buyers represented 5%. This is important because it demonstrates that not only are Latinos playing a bigger role in the housing market each year, but many Latino families are now on a path to wealth creation through homeownership, the one and only proven pathway to generating social mobility and increased quality of life in the United States. Real estate, of course, the smartest investment you can ever make. Latinos in California have also made tremendous economic progress in other arenas in recent years, with the typical income of a home buyer last year reaching $100,000. There also appears to be a strong preference for single-family detached homes amongst Latinos in California. I wonder why that is. Comment down below if you know why. The homes that Latinos purchased were generally purchased at a lower price point, with a median for Latinos at $506,000 compared with $706,000 across all racial and ethnic groups. As a result, homes purchased by Latinos were slightly smaller, 1,500 square feet versus 1,658 square feet for all buyers. Median down payments were also lower than the all-buyer average, 5.6% for Latinos versus 18.7% down payment for all other ethnic groups, which meant that the monthly mortgage payments were roughly on par with every other group despite buying lower priced properties. Interesting. Looking forward, there's only room to grow for Latinos in terms of their impact on California's housing market. According to the 2020 census, Latinos are already the single largest racial ethnic group in California, with 15.6 million residents. Wow, that is a lot all across California. About 2.4 million Latinos in California are over the age of 55, and another 1.8 million are between the ages of 45 and 54. Okay, that still leaves a lot of younger Latinos in California. Check this out. As the dominant source of California's demographic growth, Latinos will also form the largest source of new home buyer demand in California in the decades ahead. This fact is underscored when drilling into the age distribution, which skews much younger than the population of the state as a whole. Their rise as a share of the current housing market should come as little surprise, given that currently roughly 2 out of 5 millennials are Latino. For future housing demand, however, it is noteworthy that 72% of all Latinos in California are under the age of 44. Interesting. I wonder if they're going to be looking to buy in the future. And perhaps more significantly, there are currently 5.1 million Latinos in California under the age of 20. 5.1 million Latinos in California under the age of 20. So that's the reason you see so many Edgars at Knott's Berry Farm. I'm just kidding. Oh man, that is more youth than every other racial and ethnic group in California combined. Something that will certainly influence housing demand looking forward. Now the article keeps going on, and despite the progress, challenges persist. So, in addition, CAR's 2021 Consumers Survey found that Latinos do not necessarily place the same importance on homeownership as the population in general. Last year, roughly 71% of Latino consumers reported that homeownership was very or extremely important to them. That is the lowest of any racial group surveyed, with responses ranging from 77% among Black Californians to as high as 92% for white Californians. The gap is particularly pronounced in younger Latino cohorts. Less than half of 18 to 24-year-old Latinos think that homeownership is very or extremely important. So this is where there is opportunity. Obviously, 71% is the lowest among all other racial groups. So this is where there is an opportunity to educate and learn and teach people some of the benefits of home ownership. In fact, this opportunity is one of the reasons CAR last year launched a consumer ad campaign targeting Latino renters and educating them about the benefits of home ownership and working with a realtor. Check this out. So there is also an opportunity for current home ownership to help with that effort, because while Latinos value home ownership at lower levels than the other groups in California, current Latino homeowners report the highest level of satisfaction with owning their own home. More than 95% of Latino homeowners surveyed that they were very or extremely satisfied with being a homeowner. Latinos buy. It's a fact, and even more Latinos are going to buy in the future. There are currently between 300,000 and 400,000 high-income Latinos in California who still rent but can afford the cost of the typical home in the county where they live. Even as we continue to address the structural challenges of growing incomes and reducing wealth gaps, converting many of these high-income Latino renters to homeowners over the short run would have significant impacts on homeownership gaps. Much progress has been made, and there is much to be optimistic about. We just need to keep our foot on the gas at boosting Latino home purchases, growing home ownership, and creating more wealth for future generations to unlock the American dream for more Californians. Wow. So I want to hear your thoughts. I know I shared a lot. There's a lot of data in that report, so I'd love to hear what you think. Please go ahead and comment down below. Man, there is so much opportunity out there. It's up to you to take it. I'll see you on the next video.